D.L. Hughley breaks the news. All new CNN Saturday night, 10 Eastern.
Here with me now to talk about what happens to Black America if Obama wins is the Reverend Al Sharpton. How you doing?
How you doing,
Like, we were talking earlier. I think I'm numb. Like, I can't really believe this happened. And the biggest word I said in that sentence was if. Like, because, I'm just so cynical. Like, I won't believe he's president till he signed a bill and drives it. You know what I mean?
Well, I believe he'll be president, and I believe he'll be a great president. Mm-hmm. And I think that he will bring all America up. I think he has that kind of vision. Mm-hmm. There'll still be the gap that we have to close in terms of race, because it's a long time we've had this gap. It won't close overnight. Mm-hmm. But I think that we will have a president that will bring sides together to talk about how we do that. And I'm very excited about it.
I'm scared to be excited. I really am. I'm just so cynical. I go, what's going to happen that they take this away? Like, I just feel I'm so nervous. And it's almost like I'm running and I'm so nervous.
Well, I think a lot of us are like that. But, when I look at my mother's generation, mm-hmm. Dr. King and that generation, I'm going to be at Dr. King's grave the night of election, because I want to thank that generation for making it possible. I think they expect us in this generation to be able to reach those heights. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've seen now 2 black governors we have now. We've seen black mayors. The question, though, is that we've got to allow them not to be black mayors, black governors, black presidents, but a president who is black that serves all America. Mm-hmm. And I think that Barack has really convinced people of that. There are those in civil rights like me that will continue to fight on those issues of civil rights. But he's not running to be the black president. He's running to be president. And he proves we can do that and remain who we are at the same time. I think it's a great day.
And I think that the biggest question I have is not what America is going to think of black people. It is kind of what black people think of black people. Because I see a lot of things that now they're going to be, if and when Obama becomes president, they're going to throw a lot of words around like accountability and responsibility. And when I say how we look at each other, we have a lot of problems with ourselves. I think it's particularly telling that the first black president we have in this country wasn't raised in this country, in the mainland of this country, and wasn't raised by black people. I think
it's also telling that he challenges America to be fair, things that I believe in, but then he challenges black Americans to be responsible, which is why I think when he said that black fathers have to be more responsible, we have to be more responsible about how we deal in our own internal communities, I think he'll be holding us accountable as we hold him accountable. Right. And I think that is a very important thing, and he can do that. There'll be the cynics that say, oh, we don't need civil rights anymore. I look at guys on CNN, well, the Al Sharptons would be dead. Well, they never thought we were alive, so I'm glad they finally acknowledged we were alive. The George Will crowd always want to kill. I think all of us will have a role, but I think that it will redefine how we look at ourselves, because I hope it makes young black men and women that say, I can't be nothing, or that I can just be criminal, or that's the black thing to be thuggish, now have to kind of straight up and say, wait a minute, I'm expected to perform because Obama's raised the bar for all of us.
I think people, children in particular, rise to the level of your expectations.
That's right.
And one of the things when I was talking about race earlier, it's funny because you'll see a lot of sisters who hate to see a black man with a white woman, but they love Obama, who actually wouldn't even be here unless a black man was with a white woman. That wouldn't have happened. So now we have all kind of things that we have to deal with. I mean, so.
I think that white America need to understand that black America has to deal with all of that, because he is as white as he is black. Right. White America's got to deal with that. He's going to make America grow and adjust, and that's good for all of us. And all of us are going to have to compete for our issues with someone who understands all sides of America. I mean, it is absolutely the right man at the right time, and I think all of us should be excited about it. Right. And I think that we cannot claim any more of an Obama presidency than anyone else. We're going to fight for our part of it, but it clearly is somebody we've got to share, and it's at a time when the nation needs it. Everybody's broke. I mean, and everybody needs some help.
And it's no better time to have a black president than when you're broke. I'm telling you.
That's right. That's right.
Nobody can do more with less than us.
We know how to take nothing and make something happen. And I think that he also at the same time understands, as you said, the whole width and breadth of the cultural span of America. So it's an exciting time.
Obviously, you have to take some measure of pride, because a lot of things that you've done have kind of, allowed this to kind of happen.
Barack Obama comes out of a succession of blacks who became mainstream politicians who happen to be black. I come out of a corridor of our community that fights to confront the system. They can complement each other. They don't have to contradict each other.
I'm a comedian. I'm not a civil rights activist. But I think that you and I ultimately have the same goal, which is to get America to look at itself. You do it in a more sobering kind of way than me, but I do it in my own way. And I think that you and I are trying to get to the same place, only I'm taking the scenic route.
Well, I think you take the scenic and comedic route.
Right.
And I think that if we are honest, we learn how to appreciate each other, and sometimes you'll sit back and say, what is Sharpton doing and why is he doing that? And sometimes I'll act like I ain't watching you, but I'm really watching you. And I'll kind of, nobody's looking and laugh at what you say. I don't want nobody to know I'm laughing.
Am I a dark secret to you, Al?
But at the end of the day, if all of us can make all of us understand each other as people, that's what it's all about. We got different roles, and I think if everybody stays in their lane, there won't be any accidents.
Yeah, all of us have a role. Like, I'm a guy who didn't go to school, wasn't formally educated. And I'm sitting here on a show on CNN, and I don't know how long I'll be here, but I'm sitting here. So I honestly believe that almost anything is possible. But seeing Obama and seeing what's happened, there was a lot of anger that I've had, like, over the years. And now I'm like, I don't have nowhere to put it. Like, now I'm like, what do I do with all, I mean, because now America has turned into a distinctly different place.
And that's good. Because people pay the price, the thing that I hope we're not afraid of is now that we win a seat, you on CNN, Barack Obama in the White House, which is a world of a different. Now can we perform? Did we use our anger to open doors, or did we use our anger as an excuse to veil that we didn't think we could do it? You got to perform now that you're here. Senator Obama, as President Obama, will have to perform. People like me will have to keep those doors open and open other doors. Otherwise, history will say all of it was for nothing. If we get down the road 4 or 8 years and things haven't improved, things haven't changed, you haven't made people relax more and laugh more, we haven't kept the doors open of civil rights leaders ahead of us, then all of it was for nothing. And that's what we got to do. We're in the pilot seat now. We got to make the plane fly, or we should have never gotten the seat.
You know what? There's that ugly word, accountability, again. I can't stand you. Reverend Al Sharpton, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.